Oh, happy Friday, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen of the world, I hope you're doing good. I need coffee. Desperately. Coffee's on the agenda. Oh, I am back with a little bit of coffee. Mustang Shaky, Paulie, McDonald, Carlo, good morning to all of you. William, good morning. I gotta tell you, blues is really growing on me. I think I've always kind of liked it, but it's not saying this is necessarily blues. But blockchain, because I don't trade before 9:30. I don't take trades before 9:30. So it would be us just sitting around staring at each other on a blank screen while candles go up and down. And I don't really want to do that. You know? I'm just not really a fan of doing that. But good to have you here. Hey, this is the first year where I think I'm going to be able to hand out Halloween candy. I know that's a weird thing to be excited about. But since I've been an adult, I have never been able to do that. Kind of excited about it. Anyways, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. And just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only. Without any express apply words of any kind, including words of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. Feel free to read this. Great. Here we go. All right, NASDAQ. As always, starting out. Monday, Tuesday through Friday. Monday went up. We had a breakout day. Tuesday came back down. This was the triggering. These green lines are the previous week's high. Red is previous month. So we're in breakout of a previous month's high going up. Great. Previous week's high triggered that as well. We got a first red day on Tuesday. We had breakout day one. I don't know why that didn't go. Quite rude. We had breakout day one on Wednesday, letting us know and signaling to us that the market is now going down, or could be going down. On the following day, we have the third day of shorts being put into the market during this week. We are not at the low of the current week. Yes, we are. Just kidding. This was a different instrument. So we are actually at the current low of week. The breakout of Thursday's low, or Wednesday's low, excuse me, may have failed. And then this is kind of where we're at. We had this end of day consolidation from yesterday, high and low of the day, which is also the high and the low of the New York session after market open. And now we have gone back and hit the high of that. So what kind of setup could I be looking for today? Well, we've gone up and made, let's see, kind of some higher highs here. We're at the high of the day. So with that being said, I'm either looking for failed breakouts or trend in that direction because the day 3 shorts, we put in a higher high. Maybe we're going to go back for the money. And we are in an up-moving market, overall. We got monthly breakouts, weekly breakouts, triggered the high. If this could, of course, become a first red week, in which case maybe I should be looking for shorts. But I'm not going to speculate too much. I think this is a fairly clean-looking chart right now. I do want to take a look at the news schedule. So let's do that. I just want to make sure, let's double down on it. And also, because if I don't, and I don't do it here right in front of you all, surely around 9:30, someone will say, Cam, there's news. I'm going to be like, oh, wow, that's amazing, yeah. All right, so there was news, 8:30. There was core PCE price index. And that is it. And I will show you all. All right. This is the kind of ads that I imagine you all getting whenever I don't skip them on YouTube here. So yeah, we had the news at 8:30. And that is it. Now, this has made a fairly large move. I'm guessing that's why there was this spike on the NASDAQ up through the high. US 30 also going up through the high, day 3 shorts in the market and a breakout. All right, a little bit of a breakout here. Which is unfortunate because this kind of looks like maybe this was the trade or the beginning of the trade. So maybe we've missed maybe we've missed the beginning. Day 3 shorts in the market. We've got a higher high in place. Maybe wait for a little pullback. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I don't want to speculate too much. I really like how charts are looking. But I don't want to necessarily get, too into it. We got breakout day 2 on the Russell. So maybe a down moving market currently. I'm noticing that they are breaking out of levels. We've got a lot of weeks of breaking out. Maybe a first red week coming in. But don't necessarily want to speculate too much. So again, I think this is going to be a sit and watch. Okay, gold, we had an inside bar yesterday. We've gone and we've triggered the previous day's high. I don't know if I like this line being solid. Maybe we should change it up. Ooh, that's a little too thick. I don't know if I like that. I don't know. We'll try it. Okay, gold inside bar. Trigger the previous day's high. We had a breakout day over here on Wednesday into an inside bar. So at the very least, we're at levels. I'm okay with that. Do I use any presets? This is all I've got up here. I just did a little color adjustment. And I wanted to have the previous week's levels up there, just for simplicity. But this is really the only indicator that I'm using. I should put my weekly separator back up there. Looks like I forgot to put that back up. But other than that, yeah, that's all I got. All right, oil. Come on, load the thing. Greetings to you all in the name of Jesus. Moses, it is wonderful to have you here. Breakout day, who knows? Why is this thing not, hey. There we go. Turn it off, turn it back on. First step of troubleshooting, always. Breakout day 1 on Tuesday. 2, 3. So we've got 3 going on to 4 days now of breakouts. Always wanting to project these levels across here. James, morning, afternoon. How's it going? It's going quite well, I think. It's a Friday. I've got family coming into town, and we're almost done with this analysis. So it's been a pretty good morning so far. All right, we triggered previous day's high. I'm not going to speculate too much on this one either. We do have 3 days of breakout, so looking for the lower low. But I think other than that, this might be another week of me not being particularly excited about much. But we'll see. I've said that before, and then ended up with some really good trades that day. I don't really care for the fact that things have already shifted so much, but I almost kind of like the Russell. I don't know. All right. I think we're all set up. We got 3 minutes to the open. I think I may have shorted my EMA too. I don't remember. No, this is a 20. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking too, shaky. They pumped it to a level, are we prepping for the dump? Especially like Russell, where we're still in breakout to the downside. One thing I will note on the Russell is how big this down closed day was yesterday. Maybe we're going to fade the levels, but maybe it's like a mean reversion type thing. Maybe we're going back to stop out the breakout traders. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it. I think that, like I said, I think that maybe it's good just to sit and wait. And the thesis is somewhat built. It's a partial completion. But after the open, we'll know more. Jay, I'm starting to sense that you really enjoy trading those pairs. Today is a show and tell. Why do you say that, Marlon? Is there some kind of government thing happening? Or is it like they're running numbers to make things look better than they are, or what? A lot of maybes. Yeah, well, it could just tell me that maybe I'm looking for like a session trade or something like that. I don't really see any like super clean first red, first greens. I do like the high of day, the way that it's being put in place. But that, again, that's for session trade. That is session trade activities. Okay, here's the New York Open in all its glory. Let's see what happens. Are we going to go for a little ripski to the downside, or are we going to flip around and go bonkers to the upside? Marlon says, yeah, I'm scalping. Yeah. Scalping is the way. I'm a big fan. Wait, what happened after I left? I left at what, 10:30 yesterday? No. I mean, it's okay. I guess, did you go, I don't know if you went short on it or not. John made it, or shaky, made a bit, not huge. Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing, Marlon. 3 days of shorts in the market and a higher high. And a fake out at the open. In a market making higher highs and higher lows. We've got a higher high breakout, 1 push, 2 push, 3 push into the low, which is also the EMA and a potential engulfment about to happen. I'm actually considering it. I am considering it. I think I'll watch how the first 5 close. Let's see. I'm going to get in a little small. I'm going to get in real small here. I'm going to give it a go. If it doesn't work out and the setup is a bust, it won't even hurt. Yeah, this might have been a mistake. But I'm going to stick to my guns. We'll see. I'm in small enough that even if it went to stop, if it went to full stop, I'm not going to hurt. Now, if it does start to fall through, I'll add in and make it big. But I'm not going to add in before then. This is one of those, I think I might add in at like a 1-to-1. Or like a 1 to, you know. Basically what I'm saying is it needs to go up into profit quite a bit and start closing bars up there. And then I might consider adding in. Reason for the trade is I'm taking this as 3 days of shorts in the market and a higher high being put in place. We're coming off of the low of the day after having been locked in. We'll call it in quotes locked in, right? We got a peak formation at the low of the day and a higher high. And after creating that higher high, they've came back down in leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. And after leg 3, put in this engulfment trapping shorts in the pullback prior to the New York Open. The New York Open gets everybody to go short and then starts to projectile forward and up. That is my thesis. That is what I'm going with. And I'm going to stick to that, hopefully, through completion. Completion would be getting kind of close back up to previous day's high, I think. Oh, wow. Interesting, huh? Yeah, don't be weird. It's okay to fiddle around a little bit, but don't be weird, okay? It's fiddling around right at that end of day consolidation level. We need to break back out of that. Yeah, I feel decent about the trade. I said decent, just because, you know, trade what you see and not what you think, and I think that I just said trade what you see, not what you think, and then I said I think immediately following. The chart looks decent as far as characteristics of the long. Sometimes, though, it doesn't work out. And we could see that here. I'm starting to think otherwise. I will hold on. A little bit of push and pull. Is that what you're saying, Shaky? I don't know. We'll see. Where's US 30 going? See ya. Bye. The only instrument, the only index that I'm in on, I just want to point this out. The only index that I'm in on is the one that is going sideways. I want everybody to, just we're all on the same page here. All of the other indexes are going straight up. I entered into the one index that's going sideways. That's interesting. It's interesting at the very least. So if I'm bearish and you're bullish and we both change our minds in 5 minutes, perhaps we should go sit in the garden. That's actually a fairly good statement to make, Shaky. I think that's a fair assessment. I was hopeful for a second that this was about to just take off, and then it turned around right at the very end of this bar. It actually had turned around a little bit after midway of the bar, and I was like, oh, here we go. Now it's going to expand the range. And instead, it seems to be forming a little bit of what could be a half Batman. But I do like the fact that this bar is closing higher than the previous down closes bars. It's also closed higher than P2 to the downside. Oh, that's not good. That is not great. Yeah, we get stopped out here. All right. Fantastic. Are we doing the thing where we break out up, go down, and then just sit sideways? Is that what we're gonna do this session? While everything else. Let's see. It's not done at the high yet. That does seem to be a strong possibility. Let's see. Does it make it out of that end of day consolidation for a little run, or are we just going to stay in there and I should have been trading US 30 or the Russell, which is going straight up? It seems to be really working the high, doesn't it? No breakout, no follow through, just sitting there. I may be in on the wrong index. Maybe it will move in the new hour. It could. Or maybe it's stalling. The other two start to reverse while this one just sits in a range and then they all reverse. Seen that as well. But it would be nice to end the week with a nice little parabolic trade. It's going to have to show me a little something more than what we've seen, though. Right at the end of the bar, pulling back, yeah. No breakout. Ooh, right at the end. 7 seconds left on the bar, rejecting. Let's see, can it push through? Can it push through? Let's see. Nice. What was that? Yeah, look at that. We're doing some things now. Do you see how it was bobbing up there like that? And all of a sudden it just went from green to black almost immediately. They are trying to play the emotional game. We got the new hour coming in as well at 10. AK, I don't know. It kind of feels like maybe it's already left the station. That's why I've been focused on the NASDAQ, but I might start focusing on going outside and doing something else because this is proving to be a little annoying. Yeah, I'm going to stick with it because we do have the engulfment, right? So objectively, we have 3 pushes down, an engulfment, a higher low, an attempt to go lower that failed, and it's pushing up and making higher lows. So if it squeezes, I'd like to be a part of it. I guess we'll see. I will say that every time it slams back down like that and doesn't go lower and then just retraces back up, I like that because that means that it's trying really hard to go down and it can't. Might even get people to exit their longs or go short, scare them out. That could be setting up for a decent squeeze. I just need to see the rest of the evidence, which would be them actually starting to follow through. Get out of this range. Get out of this range and go in the direction that you intend to go. Yeah, could be. I might end up getting stopped out again. If that happens, this is going to be the end. I'm not taking 2 back-to-back stop outs and then continuing to trade. It is working that high so flipping hard. It's just working it. Working it, working it, working it. His drills. I don't think I've ever heard of those. Quant. Enlighten me. What drills are we looking at? Like, give an example. What does he say to do? Dude cracks me up during his videos though. Like his little seminars or whatever. Just slurping on Coke the whole time, and I guess I slurp on coffee, but oh, okay. You know, 1 minute to the new hour. Oh, there we go. New hour kind of pushing up towards the high a bit. That's good. Lift off, maybe. Maybe. It would be nice, wouldn't it? All right, so if we close this bar at a 1-to-1 or greater, I'm going to go break even. At 50 points, I'm going to pull some off. My target is probably around previous day's high, if it goes. That is a very strong F. I have no water. I have no coffee. It physically pains me. What do you think? New hour spikes up, puts in a lower high, and then reverses? I don't know. Right back down into that range. That is an egregious pen. Oh, yeah. Looking real good. That's sarcasm. This is not looking great. New hour came up, pushed up, made everyone think, oh, it's going to take off. Right at the end of this 5-minute bar, we're dumping it back down. Mauro, I'll see you on Monday. Yeah, I think this is probably going to stop me out. If it does, I'm done. That's 2 stop outs in a row. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. Can't win them all. I will see you all on Monday, bright and early. Looking forward to it. You have a great day. Have a great weekend. See you all then. Bye-bye.